Hello, this is Dr. Derek here at Divine Spine Chiropractic. We're located in the old Ballard Firehouse in sunny downtown Ballard here in Seattle, and I wanted to share this week health tip of the week, which we're going to talk about a topic that's a little bit of controversial topic, and it's about vaccinations in children. And we want to know, or I want to share with you some interesting stats that came out of a study out of Germany. And what they did is they polled 8,000 unvaccinated children from the newborns to 19 years old. And what they drew from the studies and similar studies is they found that children who are unvaccinated or children who are vaccinated have a 2 to 5 more times likely to be having some debilitating preventable disease. And so here's some statistics that they showed that unvaccinated children have a 0% chance of having asthma versus children who are vaccinated have 8 to 10% probability of getting asthma. Then kids who are unvaccinated have 1.2% chance of having dermatitis versus 10 to 20% for vaccinated children. And then for allergies, unvaccinated children, there was 3% of children had allergies versus 25% who were vaccinated. And then as far as ADHD, less than 1% of those children of the 8,000 had ADHD, who were unvaccinated had ADHD versus 5 to 10% of the vaccinated children. And then ear infections, there was 7% for the unvaccinated group and then 20% for the vaccinated group. And tonsillitis, there was 2% for the unvaccinated versus 8%. So what its study is showing that children who are vaccinated have a higher probability of getting preventable illnesses. And so in the state of the United States, 50% of our children are getting preventable illnesses, and 21% of those children are actually being damaged by those illnesses. So these are things that could be avoided if we do a little bit more research and understand really what's going on with the vaccinations or what's going in the child's body. And the other thing to consider is that often these parents who are not vaccinating their children, they're also really looking at other forms of health care, other forms of taking care of their children. They often feed their kids differently than those who are vaccinating their children, and they're often just making different choices. So they have to consider that it's not just about the vaccine, but it's also about how kids are being raised. And we're always, obviously through chiropractic methods, we're always encouraging families to be looking at the best, safest ways to raise your children. And to, if you have that feeling inside that you're unsure, ask questions to your doctor, ask them about, the vaccines. And we have a lot of information here that you can also look at and understand what's actually going in a vaccine so that you can understand what you're putting inside your child's body. And the purpose of this health tip is just to really help inform you that there is options out there, and in the state of Washington you have choices when it comes to your vaccinating your children and them going to school. You just need a medical exemption that would allow them to participate in school. I know that's a common thing I hear from parents, that they often vaccinate their children because they want them to be able to go to school. Well, you can get a medical exemption if you choose not to vaccinate your child. So we just want you to be informed that there's options, and that if you have questions about this topic, check us out at Facebook. We're wanting to get some feedback from you. We want to be able to help support you. So at our Facebook page, which is attached to this newsletter, feel free to comment on it and let us know if you have questions, or if you have questions for me directly when you come in, let me know and we can talk more about it. That's this week's health tip. Hope it was informative for you. I look forward to sharing next week's health tip with you, and have a wonderful Easter weekend, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.